Kong floating in the harbour. Only problem is, I told you before that the Dutch are, on average, the tallest people on the planet. People from Hong Kong, not so much. So when they opened up this sea palace, which is exactly the same dimensions, and the Dutch started to file in, this is also fresh water as opposed to salt water, where the other one it started to sink. Okay, so it was going down, 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 and of course they went, maybe the capacity of the other sea palace is a little bit different to this one. So yeah, a few little interesting stories about what went on. A couple of cruise ships in town, folks. You've seen the Nemo building, and Anna told you it does look like a ship, folks, which is quite ironic in the fact that the Dutch were such a fantastic seafaring nation. You would think it's meant to look like the bow of a ship. It's actually the exact diameters of the tunnel that goes underneath it. Okay, so the depth of the tunnel, which gives you an insight to how much in the Netherlands the engineers have had to plan. They've got a tunnel, which is the one here on the left hand side. It's as deep as that building is high, which shows you how hard they've had to go underneath the city. That city that you just saw, with all the trams, with all the bikes, with all the cars, with a rail system, they're also trying to put a metro system through the middle of it. Just unbelievable. You saw the Amsterdam boat over here, folks. We'll talk more about shipping and so on from there, and we're going to make our way back to the hotel. Folks, thanks for being on time this morning. Thanks for being the way you have been. I know today was a tough start. Tomorrow is super simple. Bring your bags down at 6:30. We get out there at 7:30. I've got one morning where I'll talk to you, so tomorrow morning have an extra coffee. We'll talk about the trip a little bit, and I'll try to make everyone feel a bit more comfortable with where and what we're trying to achieve and get done. And then from there, folks, we have a bit of a travel day. We'll stop for a coffee break, and then in the afternoon we're going to take a cruise on the Rhine Valley, pray for sunshine, sitting up on top watching some beautiful medieval castles pass you by, have yourself a glass of wine or a beer up on board, and then into a nice early night the next couple of nights, folks. So 2 included dinners in the hotel coming up from here on in. So hopefully you've enjoyed today, folks. Sit back and relax, and if you have any questions, I'm going to pass through the coach now to answer those. If anyone sees this building on the left hand side,